tithing. This is what the lesson is talking about, tithing, right? Okay? So we're still in Malachi chapter 3. We was going over Malachi 3 and 11. How basically he was saying that he will rebuke the devourer, which is the sun and the locusts. And it says that he shall not destroy our fruits. Letting you see that tithing was dealing with crops and herds. It wasn't dealing with finance, okay? So now we're going to go further into the lesson to analyze tithing. All right? Deuteronomy 14:22. Thou shalt truly tithe all thy increase of thy seed that the field bringeth forth year by year. Deuteronomy 14:23. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God, Yahweh thy power, in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, the tithe of the corn, of the wine, and of the oil, the firstling of the herds, and of thy flock, that thou may learn to fear the Most High, thy power always. Okay, so we're going to stop at verse 23 out of Deuteronomy 14, and we're going to elaborate what is he basically talking about concerning tithing. He said basically, thou shalt truly tithe all thy increase of the seed of the field. Talking about vegetables, talking about crops, food. Thou shalt eat before the Most High thy power, and the place which he shall choose to place his name. Now that's talking about Jerusalem, okay? Because he said in the place that he shall choose to set his name, it's talking about Jerusalem. How do we know that? We're going to give you the precept on that. 2 Chronicles 6:6. But I have chosen Jerusalem, that my name might be there, and have chosen David to be over my people Israel. So now, concerning 2 Chronicles chapter 6, verse 6, it says, but I've chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there. So when you go back to Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter, and when you read the 23rd verse, it says the place which he shall choose to place his name, he's talking about Jerusalem according to 2 Chronicles 6:6. So that's the place where he chose to set his name, Jerusalem. That's the place where you met up or you travel to pay tithe, Jerusalem. That's the place where you gave 10% of your cattle, your herds, your flock, your oils, your spices. That's the place where you gave 10%, Jerusalem. Deuteronomy 14:23. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, Jerusalem. And the tithe of the what? The tithe of the corn. This is not talking about money. This is not talking about finance. This is not talking about currency. But he says what? Corn, wine, oil, herds, and flocks. All dealing with food. All dealing with cattle and herds, man. This ain't got nothing to do with money. And that's why I tell you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans to understand what tithing is, man. It's food. Deuteronomy 14:24. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy power shall choose to set his name there, talking about Jerusalem, okay? Because if you had 10% of cattle, you had 10% of your goats, 10% of your oxen, 10% of your sheep, 10% of your herds, like your vegetables, If you wanted to get 10% of that, but you stayed too far, okay? If you wanted to get 10% of that, but you stayed too far from Jerusalem, it's going to tell you what you need to do in order to get 10% of what you owe to that place, which is Jerusalem. If you got way too many cattle, if you got way too many flocks and herbs and oils and spices, and you want to give 10% of what you own, but you live too far. You live too far from Jerusalem. It's going to tell you what you should do, how to get your 10% to Jerusalem. Deuteronomy 14:24. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou not be able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy power shall choose to set his name there, talking about Jerusalem, when the Most High thy power hath blessed thee, Deuteronomy 14:25, then shalt thou turn it into money, okay? And bind up the money in thy hand, and shalt go into the place which the Most High thy power shall choose, which is Jerusalem. So basically, if the place is too far, you own a lot of cattle, you own a lot of vegetables, you own a lot of herbs, oils, and spices, and you stayed too far from Jerusalem, and you wanted to pay your 10%, right? What you would do is take whatsoever you own, 10% of what you own, and turn it into money. You will have to sell what you own to get 10% of the, you'll have to sell 10% and convert that into money. All right? Once you convert it into money, it's not for you to give the money to the priest when you get there. We're going to show you what you got to do with that money when you get in that place which the Most High choose to set his name, which is Jerusalem. Verse 26 out of Deuteronomy 14. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusted after, for oxen, for sheep, for cattle, for wine, for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desireth, and thou shalt eat before the Most High thy God, and thou shalt rejoice in thy household. So you see, according to Deuteronomy 14:26, it says, when you get to Jerusalem, thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul left after. Now what does it mean when it says that? After you have arrived to Jerusalem, after you have your currency, when you arrive to Jerusalem, you're going to go and you're going to buy whatsoever your soul lusted. Meaning that after selling your items, you repurchase, you buy back. Okay? That same old money that you took and converted into money, okay, that same old, because 10% of your cattle, 10% of your herbs, you took that and converted it into money, so it'd be easy to carry to Jerusalem. They're trying to take 10% of what you owe. Once you get there, you buy back with the money the same thing basically you sold, or whatsoever your soul lusted. You repurchase in Jerusalem whatever you offered up, man, you repurchase that. And then you offer your offering. And you give 10% to the Levitical priests. All right? You have to give 10% to the Levitical priests. All right? Once you get to Jerusalem, you got to take that money and buy and repurchase what you sold, or whatever your soul lusted after. And after you get whatever, it says, whatever your soul lusted after, Deuteronomy 14:26, it says, whether it may be sheep, wine, strong drink, it ain't never talking about money. You got to buy back that. And once you buy back that, 10% of that has to go to the priest. Why? Why 10% must go to the priest? Because the Levites didn't receive no inheritance of land, okay? continue on with Deuteronomy 14, and we'll read verse 27. And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he had no part nor inheritance with thee. So the Levites out of the 12 tribes of Israel were the Levitical priests, the sons of Aaron, okay? And the Levites, the sons of Aaron, not anybody could be a priest. In order for you to be a priest, in order for you to be a high priest, you had to be a descendant of the bloodline of Aaron. You had to come from the bloodline of Aaron, because it was many people that were Levites, but that wasn't all priests, because they didn't specifically come from the bloodline of Aaron, right? And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he hath no inheritance of land. We're gonna show you that. Because like I showed you, like I said, all the 12 tribes of Israel got an inheritance of land, all right? But the Levites didn't get no inheritance of land, because the Levites was like governors over the 12 tribes of Israel. They was like mediators of the 12 tribes of Israel. And you had to take care of the Levitical priests, because they were the ones that atoned for the sins of the nation of Israel. They was the one that carried out the sacrificial services, okay? And since they didn't receive no inheritance of land, 10% of your time had to go to the Levites. You had to make sure the Levites were good, man. It was set good. Exodus 29, verse 24. And thou shalt put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shalt wave them for a waving offering before the Most High. Exodus the 29th chapter, verse 25. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet Savior before the Most High. It is an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 26. And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. This was an offering for the sons of Aaron. Why this was an offering for the sons of Aaron? Because they did not receive no inheritance of land. Like the other 11 tribes, they didn't receive no inheritance land. So this was an offering for the sons of Aaron. And their inheritance was to serve the Most High. The Levites' inheritance was to serve the Most High. We're going to show you further.